Good morning, girls. You never know the time that we're gonna be allotted for this little deal that we're about to get into, so best to have a little extra smoke. All right, let's walk out here. I want to show y'all what we got today. This is a pretty interesting deal. We've got a swarm of bees that have settled onto a cone trap that I've installed in the bee yard at my mother's home. I don't know if they're all in it, if there's so many of them they're hanging off the bottom, but we're going to know shortly because we're going to take them out of it and put them in a hive. Let's walk out here and have a look at them. Oh, by the way, here's something interesting happening in the Arkansas River Valley. This is the privet hedge. As you can tell, it tries to take over. This stuff is left around my place to go like it does, simply because this is a nectar producing machine. When these get totally in bloom, it's going to look like snow laying over cedar trees. It's going to have them bowed down. It's going to be smelling just super sweet in the air. The odor is tremendous. The honeybees work it, put up great honey with it. It's awesome. Speaking of awesome, all right, this is a cone trap that I installed back really and truly when you saw us putting out all of our swarm catch boxes. I don't know if that thing's got as many bees on the inside as it does on the out, but if it does, we're in for a bit of a ordeal. It's really, like I said, it's 50s this morning. We showed you bees caught in a deep hive body in a deer stand. They're doing the same thing that these bees are doing, except if these bees are half of what's in that trap, that's a tremendous amount of bees. Jason and I are going to attempt, you're going to see however this plays out, I'm not 100% sure, but our goal is going to be to take these, put them in a deep hive body. When we're satisfied that we've got everything in there that we want, number one, the queen, bulk of the bees, we're gonna take them and go literally right over here to a stand and set them down. I'm gonna leave the trap right there with them. I'll put it back up later. Stay with us. We're gonna grab our smoker. We've got our protective gear. We're gonna grab the box and we're gonna try to do this transfer. So hang with us. Thanks for watching. Always one more item, John. You know that. Okay, bees on a trap. I want to get the most rickety piece of equipment on the place and try to get up there and lift the cone trap up out of the bracket, bring it down, hopefully not raking a bunch of bees off of that. And successfully making this transfer. I've got my entrance guard in place. I've removed a few frames, made a hole. Somebody right now is thinking, hey, he's got better at zipping his hood on. But not any better about having good stuff to work off of. Good morning, girls. Have any of you moved in? They're so tight packed right here. The hole of this is in this opening. Jason, can you see this? They've got a hole right here. Just a little bit of a vent hole. That's approximately where the entrance to that trap's at. So, all this seems simple, right? I immediately know of one thing after I'm up here that I have forgotten. I had a little Phillips screwdriver with me all morning until right at this moment. Whoop. Nope. Had to have taken it out. Okay, I'm not 100% sure these bees are inside at all. Jason, if you would give me one helping hand while you film. I never ask more than I think you can handle. If you'll stabilize my ladder, I'm going to try to lift this up out of the bracket and bring them down, but I got to get them where I can see them.
This ladder doesn't look too strong at the top.
It's not. It is definitely not your ideal ladder to work from while you balance a liquid bag of bees. You know, and the bees aren't okay, the bucket's not heavy, so I really think that this, I think I've got it. As long as I can get to a step, and I can, and still hold on. Your finger's good?
Yep. Come on down.
All right, brother, that's great. So, what I want to do, I'm going to lay these bees right here. And I'm going to go get my, there weren't bees on that side, correct? Correct. I want them right there. Now I'm going to go get my little trusty screwdriver and let them start looking while Jason rolls the beautiful bee footage. The only reason I'm kind of adamantly needing that screwdriver is in the event that that queen was moved inside, you know, we could be rough with these bees this morning. We've got time. They've got time. Worst thing that can happen, she flies. If she flies, we're gonna have a rodeo. Now, I am not hammering these bees with smoke. I'm giving them enough smoke to roll back over. We got bees going to that comb. Jason and I are watching for her. If we see her, we've got our clip handy. That's one thing we did not forget. Okay. If Jason maintains beautiful bee footage right at the point of contact, he may catch her on film. They should lead her right on down in there, if she's willing to go. And I'm not really paying attention to what's happening down there.
I haven't seen her yet.
It looks like on this side that these bees are, they're gonna get the memo. Now, according to over here, this area, I know I'm in y'all's way, this side loading the frame. So right now, slow and easy is the way. I noticed these bees Saturday afternoon hanging on this trap. They've had rain, they've had high wind, and they have had cold to endure. All right, Jason, you roll that beautiful bee footage. I'm gonna run to the truck and grab that screwdriver just so I know she's not in that barrel. Did I miss anything, brother?
I have not seen her yet.
Trying to keep the majority of this smoke out here. If I hit that mass, I could just as likely drive them into the cone. Okay, you hold that thought. I think we're looking at the entire swarm. It's not a very big one. Couple frames of bees. But if the queen's solid, she'll still make a box. Okay. All right, Jason, you might want to come around and be where you can see in here. I'm not expecting a lot, but then again. Okay, that's about what I was expecting. Now, have y'all got Mama in here in the dry and the warm? I see a big old drone y'all should have left outside. Trying not to crush bees if you're wondering what I'm doing here. Now, I'm not a bee and I'm not pretending to know anything about them. But if I was a queen bee, I would have wanted them to have me in the house last night and early this morning. That may not be the case, but they sure do like this little spot right here. You know, Jason, there aren't that many bees here. You would think we could find her, right? Okay, she's in this mass, and apparently they're more interested in keeping her covered than moving her. And right there the little girl is. Everywhere but where I'm going to catch her.
Oh, no.
Where'd she go? There she went.
I did not even see her.
Okay, she's went down in the bucket now. Oh my goodness, that's how y'all, that is it, folks. That's how that works. Now maybe she went on down through that hole. I'm betting she just, that's where luck comes in, not skill. She flew right back to them. A cool, brisk morning. She didn't feel like taking that flight right then. They're going down in there with her. So here's what we're going to do. I think we're fairly sealed right around this hole. Now those bees up here on top are fanning, which I watched her land and go back down in that hole. She hasn't come out. Had she have left out of this swarm, they would have broke apart and went with her as soon as they realized that she's gone. But it looks like they're going to drop right off in there behind her. We're going to run these bees right on up the comb, I think. And right down in that trap. Thankfully enough, this has actually been a good pick for us to do this today, because they're not interested in leaving, they're interested in staying somewhere warm. Trying not to hammer the bees, trying not to get too much smoke and confuse them. You've heard the statement, herding cats. This must be how that works. Well, they seem to be happily convinced that she's back in the bucket. Now let me just give her a test here. Yep, feels like the majority of them's chained in there. Jason and I think, have got this honestly. It's been a bit of a goat rope, people. I mean, it's beekeeping. We're trying to make them do something that they didn't want to do. I'm fixing to give this little bucket a wrap and drop them on that deck. And if she hasn't already gone down that barrel and gone in, they'll take her in. I heard them fall then, didn't y'all? Okay, so she's protected in that mass that should have fell. Am I leaking bees? Or is that just bees wanting to go there?
Yeah.
Tapping on that box to let them understand that they've got a hollow to work down into. This could have been a totally different scenario, but the fact is, we knew that queen was still on or in this bucket. Got lucky and saw her, messed up the catch, got lucky again when she flew back, and I laid eyes on her going in. Now, when I banged that bucket, they fell, the mass fell on that inner board. There's a hole in the inner board. They're going to go through it to that comb and those other bees that you saw me shake off before I put the inner cover back on it. Once I had saw her go back, I realized, oh great, I had a frame setting out, grabbed it, slid it over, put it back, closed it. We got to take it from there and hope all is well. Now, I'm going to give a little more smoke here. And I'm going to let Jason be ready on his side. I'm going to tilt the barrel up. He's going to tell me what he sees. If he says, dude, massive bees are almost a clear board, well, we'll remove it, look everything over, and set them where they're going to go. So, here we go.
Bunch of bees on the board, but they're going in.
A mass?
It's hard to tell. Nope. You can probably lift it on up.
Okay. But still lots of bees right here. A lot of bees in the corner. These bees are fanning on the board. There again, she can be anywhere in this. I just prefer to think she fell with that first good swatting. And went in the hive. Man, it'd have been great if we could have got her in the clip and placed her in the box. Then this would have already been the done deal, but it's not the way it is in beekeeping. It's just not always going to go your way. She either is or is not in that clip, Jason. Fool me twice, I guess. Watch for her. I think she just flew out of this bucket. Jason, did she get by us and we didn't see her go in? They're acting like she's home, but then they were already doing that before I found her in this bucket. Where we had the trap hanging, is there any?
There are bees, yes. There are a couple different little spots that are kind of clumping up.
Okay, well they're definitely not leaving here in mass. Okay, that could be her up there that got by us. You got it. I know she flew from this bucket. I never saw her hit this box. Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is go up there and look for her. See if she's in there now.
Can you blow on it or something?
she's there. You're right. That's her on the outside, on the bottom.
Yeah.
Coming around on my side, that's her in the bottom.
Yep.
Going to the top. There she is.
Cool.
Okay. We may have won the fight, but the battle still ensues. So, awesome video guy, will you just hold her where we know where she's at? I foresee some yard maintenance. Yard maintenance, Jason. Yard maintenance is a must. Okay, if you will hand me said queen. And if you want to come film this, we may have another dog and pony show. All right. Got my lid conveniently located. Right there she is. She's rocking on ready. We're going in this hole. Soon as she hits the launch pad, there went the release. She's in, I'm closing it up. Okay. What I do know is there's still a clump of bees on that limb. We got a queen in the box, we got a queen entrance guard on the front. Y'all just saw her go in that box after quite the little goat roping. It's cold, we don't have bees just in the air going each and every place they could possibly go. The weather's worked for us. Weather's a big factor. And these bees remain calm through me beating on them, banging on them, trying to catch their mama. Before we leave you, I'm going right back up that ladder. And I'm gonna see if there's another queen in this swarm. Remember, this has got the smell all over it. I'm gonna leave that there so those bees can come out. Who knows, the way it's going, there may be a swarm move in. Let's see what we've got on this limb. So where I caught her was here. These bees still smell her. I'm gonna smoke that. I'm gonna smoke that real good. These bees are convinced that they're right. I think they're wrong. Stranger things have happened. What y'all balled up after? Did she hit there and crawl over and she got away from y'all too, didn't she? Oh, Houdini. Come out of the pack and y'all didn't even realize it. So y'all still think she's there. Okay, folks, here's the deal. You saw where they were at, hung on the cone trap. Cone trap down on the box. After that, things got a little rough, a little sketchy. We got it caught, we got it done. This queen obviously flew from right here below us back to this limb. This is where she felt that she was supposed to be. That's where she left those bees as far as she knew. She went right back to this limb. We got lucky. The bees found her, covered her up. Jason said, hey, there's a couple clumps up on the limb. I wasn't finding her back at the box. We came back to the limb. First small clump I looked at, as you saw, I put a little smoke in them. They fanned out, she come out. I reached and just caught her and all the bees that was with her. Wasn't trying to be very particular other than not crush her. Got her down, examined the clip. She's in it, all is well. I've picked the box up. I've moved it. It's only a few feet. We don't have a lot of bees that are going to be orphaned. They will find a home. If they are out foraging and come back, the scent's going to be off of them pretty quick. Any of these hives will let these bees back in. That little swarm will make us a box of bees. Look like a fairly young queen. She didn't look old and long and great big. It's been a good morning. We've had a lot of fun. We appreciate y'all watching as always, and until we see you again, roll that beautiful bee footage. Thank you. Have a great day.